Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vrishaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhashata Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhakta-vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So let us continue where we are developing in the morning. It is a very nice explanation. How the first, before we define something, vidya or avidya, we have to know what is the goal. If the goal is known, then something is knowledge, something is not so important knowledge. Therefore it has been given avidya, not real knowledge. It doesn't ultimately benefit us. So the real problem of life is that we have death coming soon. There were some people like Hiranyakashipu. Today all the people are nothing but small Hiranyakashipu. Hiranya means gold, Kashipu means soft bed for gold. And you take any typical man of today, he doesn't like to admit, his life ambition is nothing more than that. He wants money, he wants gold. And to enjoy that, Hiranyakashipu had one problem, death is going to come. So he did a lot of tapasya and get so-called boons from a Devata, Brahma. And finally, the Lord nullified all his so-called boons and he died. Correct? You all know the story. The Lord came neither in day, neither in night, not inside, not outside, not on land, not on the air, no weapon, neither man, neither animal. He just counted all his so-called boons and finished. Correct? So anybody can make, you can make all plans for your permanent enjoyment of Hiranya and Kashipu. It is going to fail. And man condemned to death, if he has a plan, if he doesn't want to solve that, he is a madman. Correct? Suppose somebody has been condemned to death in the jail, death penalty has been given. The date is about to come any day. You go in the jail, there are some people with death penalty hanging on their head. The laws are such that it keeps going on. But can he be happy? Correct? In fact, that person who was involved in that parliament blast, he keeps saying, I wish some government comes which can kill me now. Because it's on every day, I don't know when I will interact. I don't know whose mercy petition has been given, I don't know his name, and long time he is in jail now. It's a big issue. So when somebody went to interview him, he said, I wish this government comes to power because I know next day they will hang me. And so similarly, a man who knows, we always give this example, in a butcher's shop, one goat is tied. And another goat is already hung, his friend, just few minutes before. And this goat is enjoying the grass which is lying there. So nice. What a world it is. What a world it is. Any moment that fellow will pick it up also. A Bhagavatam is another example of a deer is there in the forest and his nice waterfall is there. Nice wind is blowing. So nice. And then nice flowers are there, and his she deer is there, beautiful she deer. For us, she is not beautiful. For him, she is beautiful. It's just a trick of the mind actually. Try to understand how much we are made as by mind. If your pig is there, sheep ate for us, we will run away. And the pig will feel she is like Miss Universe for us. And we will say, chi, and run away. So similarly, a pig sees Miss Universe, he is not interested, but we get enchanted. Actually, trick of the mind, we are getting cheated. But it is not Buddhu. An animal cannot understand this. Man should think, no, we are not animals. The intelligence that has been given for us is for something else. Today we are just not using it in the right place. Rather, for all these illusions, with the intelligence God has given for us to figure out what's happening here, we are further going into illusions. We make songs, we may write novels, we make movies for all these things. animals at least don't do that. They're better than us. Because it's like a quicksand. Sense gratification is like quicksand. More you play, more you will get stuck. So human intelligence should be to understand that actually what is happening here. So now the deer is enjoying everything and what a life he is thinking. He doesn't know in the bush a tiger is waiting to jump on. And somewhere on the top of the tree, a hunter is also waiting to hit. So even though we may have so many, we may take, the mistake is that deer is taking the present comfortable situation in the forest as all in all, without knowing any movement is going to happen. Correct? That example is given. Samely, the goat tied to the butcher shop is taking its present situation as all in all, not even recognizing that. If you are there, suppose in that place, the first thing I will question is that who is this person who has tied me here? What right he has to take my life like this? Correct? If I can save the life of my other friends, at least let me run away. Correct? That's human life. But today we are not like that. We are very happy eating the grass. Not only we are writing poetry about that grass, we are busy with that. What a grass it is. We are making movies about that grass. That grass is so wonderful. Similarly, the deer in the forest. We are a bigger fool than the deer because we write poetry. Just like in a desert now. These are all different symbolisms given. Some animals run behind the mirage. It is considered foolishness. If a man runs after mirage, it's real. Why? Animals cannot understand. At least we should understand. But we are such jokers. Not only we are running after the mirage in the desert, we are making poetry about it. Mirage is so beautiful. It is so wonderful. Okay? So therefore, we should come to this conclusion. Yes, something is wrong with us. So we come to Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, purpose of Vidya is something else. Purpose of Vidya is to realize Him. And we are there in this world. And will continue to be there in this world, in this imprisonment. Unless we develop attitude of service to the Supreme Lord. I was talking this point. Suppose somebody goes to a hospital. Morning we discussed this point. You ask many people, sir, what is the purpose? No, God has sent me in this world to do some duty. You go to hospital for some duty. You are sick, 103-degree temperature, you are taken to hospital. Why are you going to hospital? Now I have some duty to do there. What duty you have to do there? You are just going for becoming recovered. Similarly, somebody is going to jail, lifetime imprisonment, some long day. You ask him, why you are going inside the jail? Because people are such crazy. Even though he is in the most embarrassing condition, he will try to make it prestigious. This is the joke in this world. He may be in the most condemned condition. Still, he likes to make it prestigious because of this attitude. So you, in front of the jail, you stop. So you are going inside the jail. Why are you going? I have some duty to do inside. We know what is the duty to do inside. You are going inside the jail for reformation, not for doing some duty. So please don't get hurt. Each one of us is there in this world not for some duty. We are there in this world because we have to be treated, we have to be reformed, we are sick. We are sick. It doesn't like to hear. We are sick. Only purpose we are here to become reformed and become a gentleman. Correct? We are not there for doing some duty here. Your only duty is agree to the treatment given in the jail or in the hospital. That's the only duty we have. Don't imagine duties. Don't create duties. Who is asking you first? Don't try to play the role of the Lord also. Don't worry. This is God's kingdom under His control. It is peacefully running. Your job in this world is you should know why you have come here and fulfill that mission. Just like a patient is coming inside the hospital, don't bother about big things going there. That is outside your control. You cannot do anything. You kindly lie down on your bed. Whatever doctor says, take the treatment peacefully. Don't try to create ugar karma and disturbance there. You cannot create also. If you try to create disturbance, you will be disturbed more. Anybody in this kingdom of God try to create disturbance, he is disturbed more, not other people. So in that way, a person becomes very peaceful actually. He understands why I am there in this world. So in Bhagavad Gita, therefore Krishna says different, I was classifying them in the 10th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, the 10th chapter on devotion service. There Krishna gives different categories. First thing Arjuna asks Krishna, Krishna, there are some people who meditate on you not as a personality, but they meditate on you as some impersonal, some Brahman, some all-pervading consciousness. And there are other people like me who just offer you devotion service. Which is better, Krishna? You please settle it for us. This is a big debate in India, Dvaita, Advaita. I don't know why this debate is going, because in the 12th chapter of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna solves it. When the Supreme Authority has given decision, why we are wasting our time in that debate? That means you have no respect for the authority. They think they are themselves Krishna. These impersonalists, their diseases, they think they are better than Krishna. Not only they are Krishna, better than Krishna. Because Krishna has solved it already. When Arjuna pushes it in front, this point in front of the Supreme Authority, Krishna says, devotees are much better. Those who are in the impersonal path are simply undergoing unnecessary kashta. Klesho adhikarastesham avyakta sakta chedasam. Avyakta hi gatir dukkham. Simply dukkha. And then Krishna says, if you follow this path, I will personally path of devotion. Mrityu samsara sagara. I will personally come and pick you from this world. Personally come and pick you from this world. Then after that, having established the path of bhakti as a process, not the path of impersonal. These people are called generally jnanis. They call themselves jnanis, but actually they are foolish. They avoid the personality of God. They spend all their life, soham. We can see this, some of the diluted forms of it. Mostly you don't find even genuine impersonalists today. Even they have to be respected because at least they give up sense gratification. But today we get diluted fellows. Don't name them. So sinful. They cannot take name of Lord in their mouth. They will chant so. I don't know, why don't we make people chant name of the Lord, which is a recommended authorized process of Kali Yuga. But this half-baked spiritualists are also dangerous for the society. Now this shloka is taking it, but let me build it. So Krishna says there that A category is if he can just be absorbed in me. That's the A category. Within that we can have A plus or A or AB, different kind of grades, or A minus. Because among pure devotees also there is gradation. There is Radharani, the topmost devotee of the Lord. And there are so many pure devotees serving the Lord with full samadhi. This is the highest. A. Then Krishna says, if you cannot do this, Arjuna, then abhyasa yoge tato, you do sadhana bhakti. That is called B category. Even in sadhana bhakti, sadhaka means his bhakti is sadhana. Therefore, immediately anybody we meet, first thing we ask him, how many rounds we chant? And immediately we measure his devotion. That's it. Depending on the rounds. Because if he cannot even chant the names of Lord, what service he will ever offer to the Lord? He has no interest to offer service. He has time to watch 20 hours TV. He has time to talk. He has time to do Uga Karma or everything. But he has no time to chant. Prabhupada says 2 hours it takes, that's all. That means he is not serious. So even in sadhaka you will have different categories. We will have say B plus or say AB. We will have B, we will have B negative. Different categories we will have sadhaka. Then Krishna says, oh, you cannot even do sadhana. Then Krishna talks about C category. C category means, in this category we can say people who don't do sadhana, that much faith is not there. But at least they like to support the work of Krishna consciousness. Correct? Krishna says, yes, you can do that. At least, if you cannot do that, at least do that. Sometimes we feel some people, they are on festival times, they come, they even give donations, support, let the festival be done nicely. But personally we see that they are not taking Krishna consciousness seriously. Okay? They are still just like a bottle of honey, lick it from outside, don't drink it. That is C category. But at least Krishna is saying there is one more class. And Krishna says, if you cannot do this also, because there may be some social condition where a person is not able to, not allowed to, sometimes say a woman is a wife, she is not able to practice sadhana because husband doesn't want it. And then she wants to give some donation to a temple, husband doesn't allow it, she's stuck. Correct? Or sometimes some other situation may be there, where a person is not able to do circumstantially. So what he can do? At least Krishna says, fourth category, that is, do some punya. Whatever your hard money is there, you sacrifice for some so-called good in the society. What society says A class today? I met so many crazy people today. In fact, Bhaksana Prabhupada Guru says one singing ghanta in the temple is more important than feeding billions of people on earth. More important. But this gadha, dull-headed people cannot understand that. Because they don't know what is spiritual life is. For them, their whole outlook is like dogs. They can see only gross. Just like somebody is drowning in an ocean, they can only pull his shirt out and they will dance. I have saved it. But a soul has died, sir. Poor is only one person. There is only one poor person who is pure poor in Krishna consciousness. There is no other poverty in this world. There is no other poverty, sir. God is supremely competent to feed every son on his earth. He can feed 1 trillion people on earth. Don't be worried about that. Only thing our business is take a man, put him at the shelter of the Lord. Put him at the shelter. How much you can take? I give this example many times. Even now they say America is poor. Even China wants. It cannot satisfy one man. How many demands people have? Trillions. Even in China, country with all the resources, will fail to satisfy one person. How many demands a person has? First he wants eating, then he wants sleeping, then he wants meat. You will go crazy if you want to satisfy one individual. You cannot satisfy, don't try to satisfy. Don't waste your time. Put him at the shelter of the Lord. He will also be satisfied. And his demands will also vanish. All crazy demands will vanish. So therefore, our purpose should be A class. Try to understand why Krishna. Krishna is giving the supreme certificate. Because we are in a problem. We are in a hospital means I am in a problem, I am sick. I am in a jail means I am in a problem. I am a criminal mentality now. Correct? So first thing I understood, I am in a problem. And I can see that butcher's knife is coming to cut my head anytime. So the solution of the problem today, what we are doing is that all the kind of knowledge which actually does not solve this problem of repeated birth and death, Ishopanishad say that is avidya. Avidya. It may be decorated. Big colleges may be there. Since childhood we run. It may be decorated in so many ways. But it is not vidya, it is avidya. And all the kind of knowledge which actually helps us to realize God, to come from F category. We are not even in D category. D category is a pious man who helps people. People don't even do that. 99.9999% of the salary they want for their own Indriya Bhoga. They are not satisfied. Limit of Indriya Bhoga, they are not satisfied. And the joke which I was telling in the morning, for our own self, we want the best. Correct? You want to buy a shirt, you will buy A category shirt, if the money allows. You want to have a house, or you want to have anything, A category. Correct? Anything you buy. You want to buy a pen, if money allows, A category. And Krishna, we want to offer F category items, including our own devotion service. We don't feel ashamed that I am offering to Krishna F category devotion service. And for me, anybody is coming to serve, we expect to do A category. Correct? Suppose I am in an office, a boss, I want my table should be clean, A category should. And paper should be lined up. We want. Correct? What do you dream of when you get a job? You want a car should come, pick you up, and what kind of car you expect? Should be Mercedes. We want all A category. But offering to Krishna, we offer F category. Third ring we offer to Krishna. And we are not interested. Krishna is saying A category is this. Have samadhi on me, be absorbed in me. Why? He's the Supreme Father. Not that he's benefited. Sir, for good for you. You are his part and parcel. Just completely be absorbed in the mission of the Lord. Not that you can become Lord. Dog is always dog, God is always God. They cannot be interchanged. But we should be absorbed as servants of the Lord. Our only satisfaction should be the pleasure of the Lord. Servant means he should be very happy. The master is so happy today. My day is successful. And after the end of the day, the master is sad. The servant goes home so sad. I put in all effort. So, if Krishna is not satisfied, what is the use of all your effort? That is avidya, which is today taught in all the colleges. Waste of time. Now the shloka says something even more interesting. It says we have to combine both vidya and avidya. Because it is through this body only I have to offer service to Krishna. Correct? So don't think the Gita is impractical or Ishopanishad is impractical. Some people have this idea. If somebody starts chanting Hare Krishna, Hare, you're becoming a sadhu, huh? They will stop him immediately. Many people will do that. Because they think Vedic culture is impractical. That is why actually 99% people don't follow it. Superficially it is there, one stamp is there, sometimes go to temple. But even if you hear something, please do not follow. That is the policy of people. Why? They feel they are more practical than Krishna. Their aim of life, their program of life is more practical than Krishna. As if Krishna forgot. Or he spoke maybe some time ago. Today we have to think in another terms. The world has changed. Prabhupada said, what has changed? Sun is rising in the east every day. Same seasons are coming, spring, winter. What has changed? Nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Death is there. The biggest problem, standing as it is, waiting for me. Nothing has changed. So, here we come. So the balance is there. Now, today what is happening in the society, why is it that I didn't at all speak about culturing avidya? Sir, people are doing nothing else. Why did I hold the lecture till now talk about only culturing? What else people are doing? Culturing avidya means some kind of ways to learn livelihood. Actually, animals are doing that without even going to a college. A dog also does that without going to a college. But today in Kali Yuga, that's one of the things Bhagavatam mentions. In Kali Yuga, if somebody can maintain his wife and children, he is called a daksha, an expert man. Because we have arranged the society in such a way, these things have become a big anxiety. Previously, these things were not an anxiety. Society was so nicely arranged that these things were very smooth, simple living. Then these things don't. Today, it's a big anxiety. If my child can get an employment, is the predominating anxiety of the father. And because of this, even a little, it touches vidya. Parent becomes, oh, don't touch it, don't touch it, don't touch it. You culture avidya only. And then, what is the result? I was yesterday in a college. All the fourth year people, don't know to name that college, were drunk on the farewell party. All, except maybe 5%. These are our students who are not influenced. And they all, after drinking, went to first year block, broke all the doors. Respected college, maybe one of the most respected. Broke all the doors and beat up all the students there. Just imagine. So locals. This is what a person will grow as he cultivates avidya. Okay, so this should be very clear that what I am cultivating. We can see the result. In fact, any person who is in the teaching today can see the student mass is unteachable gradually. It is coming to a situation, it is unteachable. You cannot even say, get up, go out. Even by 8th, 9th class, they are taught to make fun of the teachers. You scold, you see them laughing at the back. So therefore, we already know that when the fever is up, a person should be very conscious. So, what this shloka is meaning, therefore, is very nicely concluded here, a balance. What is the balance? Balance is this. If I have 103 degree temperature, it should be brought back to 98.4. Correct? That's the 98.4 normal temperature. We are not saying make it 0 degree, then the death is occurring. So we are not saying that there should be no maintenance of the body, it should be, but 98.4, nothing more. And anybody can see the temperature. Because the moment it crosses even a bit from the ideal life, you can see the mind start getting agitated. There is a harassment of the mind and senses that already started. So I have to come to normal temperature. Body and the body should be taken care just for maintenance, not for sense gratification. Because we need some input to the body to engage the service to the Lord. But we are not eating for our own pleasure. We are eating so that the goal of life is vidya, not avidya. Today the joke is this: goal of life is sense gratification, for which we learn some avidya, because vidya will not facilitate that stuff. You open Bhagavad Gita and search for sense gratification, it is not available. So where they are learning that? They are learning somewhere, no, that is avidya. You will not find one shloka which promotes sense gratification. That is not there in this book. You are learning somewhere else all those things. So vidya process should be the goal. And avidya process becomes a means. So that even avidya becomes double-tailed and becomes useful. Correct? What you are learning today just for the maintenance of the body can be double-tailed for reaching A grade in Krishna's estimation. Krishna is saying this is A grade. We should be conscious. Let me offer to Krishna A grade. I am born in India. Why I want to offer C grade, D grade, F grade? Let me offer A grade service to Krishna. It will be so nice. Krishna will be so pleased. And why we offer to Krishna dry chapatis? When you are offering in a temple, what we do? Put ghee, put sugar, make it nice, no? Similarly, we ourselves, we are offering ourselves to Krishna of devotion service. Why don't make it A grade? So for that, we should be careful that the temperature is not there. Because when you are having feverish condition, you are not even allowed to cook. Correct? So similarly, in the same way, if you are in feverish condition of sense gratification, where A, B, C, you will glide down to F category. And F category is very dangerous. A lot of punishment is there in so many ways. You may escape because today the government laws are a joke. You may escape the government laws, but you cannot escape the laws of Krishna. They will be, in the slightest way you escape the laws of Krishna, there will be tremendous punishment. Taken as for now the philosophy. Little I want to say one or two examples. Now the one example is of, last time we took the example of Shanda and Amarka. There was a beautiful example where Prahlad Maharaj studied in the school of Shanda and Amarka of his father Hiranyakashipu, which only taught how to earn money and then do sense gratification. This is actually the school of today. And whenever his father asked him, what is the thing you know best? He kept telling, not what you learned avidya. He kept repeating vidya every time. That's why there was a fight between Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj, verbal fight. And finally the father wanted to kill him. Correct? We all know the story. Similar thing happened when his Prahlad Maharaj grandson, Bali Maharaj, was there. Now again, his guru Shukracharya was so-called learned, not in Vidya. Again, it became avidya. Even Vedic learning, when it forgets service to the Lord, because when you forget your goal of life is to go to A grade, correct? Yesterday I was seeing somebody, he was traveling in the bus with his mark sheet, so proud, nice marks. So we should also look for, no, what Krishna is giving me. Among few foolish friends, we are so busy. Why we work hard exam time? Because we can say, I got 97%. What is this percentage will help you? What Krishna is giving you marks, that is very important. Supreme authority. If Krishna recognizes, somebody was telling me, when I chant in my room, I said, you every day chant Hare Krishna, you will become a good boy. Not only you will become a good engineer, you will become a person with a lot of wisdom, spiritual wisdom. Vidya will manifest in your heart. So whenever I try to chant, all my roommates stare at me like this. I said, let them stare, go to hell. What is your business? Imagine. People become so, because they don't want grade A from Krishna. They are interested in what their friends say. So in Bhagavad Gita also it is said, so anyway, let me complete the Shukracharya. So Shukracharya was developed in so-called knowledge, with Vedic knowledge, but actually instead of Vidya, it became avidya. Correct? Because it was not for satisfaction of Krishna. And then, let me just conclude now. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a shloka. Bahunam janamana ante jnanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvamati samhatma sudurlabha. Krishna says, in any field of knowledge, even avidya, if you are sincerely seeking truth, you will come to know me one day. You will come to know me what is vidya. In the sense, suppose you are a doctor. If you are sincerely studying the body, just like it happened to Francis Collins, who was a person head of the genome project. After huge team, practically they spent a decade and they came to know the human genome project, 3.1 billion codes. In the morning I was explaining, one page of a book has 1,000 letters. Complete book, this is a small book, a big book like Bhagavad Gita has 1,000 pages, that is 1 million letters. Our human genome, if you want to write like characters there, will be 3,100 books this much fat. Or maybe 1 million books this much thin. And you say, all that code written without a mistake has come by an accident. You are mad or what? Whom you are convincing? So Prabhupada said many times, now you can use your science to prove what the Acharya said. Whenever devotees met Prabhupada or public was brought to Prabhupada, Prabhupada used to say, unless somebody is a mad man, he cannot be atheist. If he is an atheist, conversely, he is a mad man. Glories of God are visible. We need eyes to see. If like owls you close your eyes, we cannot help you. Correct? Some owls close their eyes daytime. When sunlight is there, open your eyes. No, there is no sunlight. Open your eyes. No? Why you are biased? So if you are biased already in your heart, you want to rebel or you are envious of God, you are jealous of God, then we cannot help you. Otherwise, if you are unbiased, correct, you have to see with knowledge. You can see God itself. So now, but it takes many births. If you are cultivating knowledge, after many births you will say, yes, Vasudeva Sarvamati. You may be engineer, you see the whole cosmos, right? Vasudeva Sarvamati. Okay? That's why Vedavyasa is called Mahamuni. Muni means you're searching after truth. Mahamuni, Matparayanaha. They are concluded. Supreme Lord is the final essence. Now Prabhupada says something very wonderful. He says, look, the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Just by chanting Hare Krishna, you can occupy the post of a Mahatma. Just by chanting Hare Krishna. Correct or not? Around the world, people now who have taken birth, even in the most abominable existence, what is called technically in the Vedas as Mlecha, correct, or Kirata, Munindra, Pulinda Pulkasha, Avirasham, all the Papa Yoni described in Bhagavatam are there. So many. Papa Yoni means who are F category. That's all. Papa Yoni doesn't mean anything else. Papa Yoni doesn't mean born in India. Anybody addicted to sinful activities is in the F category. That is called Papa Yoni. But in Kali Yuga, if you can take Prabhu Vishnave Namaha, so powerful is shelter of the Lord, so powerful is the mercy of the Lord. If you can take shelter of the Lord Chaitanya, and if you can chant the Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, he becomes a Mahatma. Prabhupada said, that is a magic. Once he was telling in the class, it's a magic. How you receive knowledge is a magic you should understand. It's a magic. Because to even you tell, so many times we meet some friend, we try to make him explain to him how he should take shelter of Krishna, we find completely a brick wall. Just doesn't go through that fellow, correct? But even our own self, there is no special qualification in us. So we should actually recognize it's a magic that I've been able to get this knowledge that I am a servant of Krishna. It's a real magic actually. To be able to realize I am a servant of Krishna, to engage in his service, it's a real magic. Real magic. Samahatma Sudurlabha. we're really fortunate actually to come to the path which is chalked out by Lord Chaitanya and to be able to understand. Now my mission of life is to please Krishna. It's a real fortune. So it's a real magic. So this is the Vidya, Avidya, Srila Prabhupada ki, Shri Ishopanishad ki.